tribute to poor black in terms of that we unfortunately lost the individuals we lost. The tribute included nods to luminaries like Clarence Avant, Willie Mays, Lou Gossett Jr., Dexter Scott King, just to name a few. Okay? However, there was a notable silence from the crowd when the image of OJ Simpson appeared on the big screen. You may recall OJ Simpson died this past April after a battle with cancer. Yes, he is known for being a Hall of Famer on the football field, out of USC and ultimately with the Buffalo Bills in his NFL career, but he was also accused of double murder. His ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and Ronald Goldman, back in 1994, the 30-year anniversary was just the other day, last month, June 12th to be exact. OJ was acquitted of those charges in 1995, but later found liable for their deaths a few years later in a civil trial. And the families of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman obviously criticized the BET Awards for paying tribute to Simpson as well. They should. I don't blame them one bit. And I'm going to say this to y'all. What's up? What's up? See, Jesse Collins Production Company, same man that produced the Super Bowl halftime show. Phenomenal producer. Produced the BET Awards. Okay? Constance Orlando, an executive VP, no doubt she was involved as an executive VP for BET. Scott Mills, he runs BET as well. Has been doing an exceptional job. I'm not here to cast any aspersions on them as individuals and the wonderful, wonderful work that they've done over the years. Let me be very, very clear. It's not for me to judge. But their body of work speaks for itself. But I'm just talking about this one thing. And, you know, you got Tia Mowry up there. She's giving an introduction, paying tribute to all of this. And then OJ's face pops up on the screen and you could hear the audience aghast. Clearly, everyone didn't approve of that. Clearly, most people were shocked by that, and they should be. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to call it like we see it. In the eyes of most people, regardless of an acquittal, OJ Simpson is a double murderer. Yes, he ultimately was convicted in a civil trial and obliged to pay $33.5 million to the Goldman family, which he never really did till the day he died. Never happened. But we all viewed him as a double murderer. He was ostracized and considered a pariah by the vast majority of American citizens. Why? Because regardless of what...
Yeah, get him the fuck out of here. I heard enough.
Yeah, that was cold.
I heard enough.
Yeah, that shit was in a little.
You gotta put some respect on the man's name.
Because this number one, like, he should be honored because he's an innocent man and he was proven innocent in a court of law.
In the court of law.
Same court
in the white people's law.
Yeah, the same court that y'all made up to prosecute whoever is an alleged criminal. He was acquitted in that court. So no, they don't deserve that $33 million because how do I get an acquittal and then now I'm found guilty civilly for some stuff that I was proven that I didn't do. And the fact that the glove is brought to the case, you know what I'm saying, shows that it makes me as a viewer feel even more that this man is innocent because why you had to go through all of that to put him in jail in the first place? If he was guilty,
you must acquit.
Exactly. If he was guilty, you didn't have to do all of that. You could have just let everything play out. You know what I'm saying? But as far as Stephen A. Smith, with him, I feel like people, you know, they watch him because of his sports analyst, you know, career, you know, the stuff that he says when it comes to the teams and all of that.
Very
polarizing figure, right? But I think people tend to forget sometimes, like black people tend to forget that.
Good point, Piggy.
He's a
what up, Piggy?
He's a sellout. As far as our people, he's a sellout. You know what I mean? And we didn't know, but it's like we forgot. And I'm glad that he talked like that so it remind people where he stands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He stands on the other side of the fence.
He's trying to, I mean, he's obviously, he's appeasing in his statement, he's trying to say like, that type of individual shouldn't represent the black culture. That's basically kind of the gist that I got. Like, oh, because of what he did, we got to consider like how we're viewed from the masses. But like, he's really appeasing a small percentage of these folks that are like actually in power, because this is what they do, is slander our legends.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
And only point out the one things that like define their existence to us. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So OJ Simpson, that tribute was well deserved. You know what I'm saying? It was a travesty, you know, that he had to even go through that nonsense, because this is an innocent man we talking about here. You know what I'm saying?
And that's my thing right there, bro, is that right off the rip, don't try and use this case to try and prove your point, you know, or the opinion that you have of the case, because that man, say what you want to say about him involved in that case, but that man went to the box. What we call to the box means fight that shit in trial, bro. Wasn't no laying down saying that I'm guilty, nigga. He took that shit to the box, nigga, and beat that shit, bro. He walked out like how Pac walked out the motherfucking courthouse, 100%, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, nigga, I mean, we see it all the time. Motherfuckers get charged with shit that they ain't did, nigga, and they still sit.
Yep.
You're guilty until proven innocent. This motherfucker just happened to be a Hall of Fame player that happened to somehow get involved with the mix. Whatever the mix was, hey, these people, 12 people said I didn't do it. 12
I mean, think about this, bro.
So, man, what the fuck are you wanting? What this got to do with my accomplishments?
Exactly.
I mean, how long? He said it's been 30 years, right? So I was about eight or 9, maybe 10 years old when that thing was going down. Yeah, I was probably like 9. And like, what's crazy is like, I remember just being in a grocery store like with my mom's, and then you see like when you're getting closer to pay and you're putting your items on the thing, they got all the magazines right there, and you would see like, you know, USA Today or like all the, you know, the smut mags, and have OJ plastered all over, and they'll make them look darker. They're like, you know what I mean? They'd edit it to make him look hella dark, so like he looks more sinister and shit. And like it was just crazy because the media. This is what I remember as a kid from that trial. Not only was it on, you know what I mean? You could actually watch the trial. Every news, every news thing was covering it. You know what I mean? All the media. It was so forced on us in the media. And then, but what I remember is like, because my godfather was black, and like a lot of my cousins are half black. I remember them being hella happy when he got acquitted, because you will never see that. You never saw that of that magnitude. You know what I mean?
It was
whether or not you believe he did it or not.